I'm Dow Bartling, and I certainly hope you are having or going to have a sunnier, warmer day. You know, and I know that you know, the older I get, the more that I think. Let me ask you a question. How did you get where you are? Now, I know the famous Yogi Berra, that Yankee catcher, has a saying, wherever you are, that's where you'll be. But how did you get where you are? I submit that there are some major players in your life besides your parents that helped you slide down that banister of life much more easily. Be they grade school, be they junior high, high school, or university. These teachers planted core values in each one of us. So as I cover just a few of these core values, you be thinking of your special teachers. You know, that special teacher, they know their students are a reflection of them. The way that they act, behave, talk, everything is followed by his or her students. Here are a few of those core values. Integrity, to be honest in their role and responsibility, and exhibiting that every day. A sense of hope. They know that their students can do better, but they also know that their students have different learning styles. They are not all excellent at math. Did you know that 4 out of 3 students have trouble with math? Think about that statement. 4 out of 3 students. That special teacher indeed will exercise special ways of explaining core values. The value of mutual respect and responsibility. They apply this always towards each other and indeed with their students and reflect it to their students. The value of a sense of urgency. If something's to be done, just go for it, prepare for it. They would always tell us that that test is coming. Consider this. When you're going through some hard times, a few splinters on that banister of life, you might wonder where God is. But remember this, the teacher's always quiet during the test. Continuous learning, a reflection of themselves. That special teacher knows that if they themselves aren't learning and know that it's a continuous process, that their teaching is going to get dull and boring. Consider this. A young teacher in her second year had a certain corner of her room. Now she used a certain corner of that room to do some of that core value teaching. This day, she told her students to go ahead and get up and let's go to the corner and let's get in a circle. Once everyone was in a circle, then she passed out a balloon to each one of those. Now that balloon was the same color, so everyone had the same color balloon. Then she told them to, on the balloon, print their name. So everyone printed their name on the balloon. Now she says, blow the balloon up. So they blew the balloon up, got bigger and bigger and bigger. She says, now let's tie it in. Now some she helped tie the end of it. She says, now let's put the balloon in the middle of the circle. She says, now, to be successful at this little exercise, everyone needs to find their balloon. That'll be our little definition for today of success. When I tell you to, I want you to close your eyes because I'm going to be mixing up these balloons. I'm going to mix them all up in a circle. And when I say go, you open your eyes and you find your balloon. And when I say stop, everyone stops. She started that exercise. Everyone had their eyes closed. She said go, And man, it was a scurry, like a bunch of little squirrels going around looking for nuts, but they were looking for their balloons with their name on it. In no time at all, the teacher said, "Stop." She says, "Now raise your hand if you have not found your balloon." And almost all of them did not find their balloon in that allotted time. She says, "Okay, now I want you to look down on the floor and pick up a balloon that is closest to you. Look at the balloon. Look at the name on the balloon. And now when I say go, I want you to deliver the balloon that you have to the owner of the balloon." She said go. And within 5 seconds, they were done. They were all successful. She says, "Now let's sit down and let's discuss what happened." She says, "Let's say that our balloon, your balloon, each one of our balloons was our happiness. And notice this, that when we helped someone else find their happiness, it was much, much more easier than if we tried to find happiness only on our own." She says that's a little bit the way it is in life. Every day, including today and tomorrow, you're going to have opportunities to make someone else happy, to help them find their happiness. Don't miss out on that opportunity, because when you do, you will find your happiness much, much more faster and enjoy doing it. So, as you remember your special teachers, consider this. God so made a teacher.
And on the 8th day, God looked down at the world and said, "I need someone to help me, someone that will rise with the sun and go to work empowered with the knowledge of change and growth and development." So God made a teacher. I need someone that will love a child that's been hardened by life, unforgiving and relentless, someone that will see the potential in each youthful eye, someone that will give and give and give some more just when the giving seems gone. So God made a teacher. Someone that will come in before school, stay in at lunch, and remain in class until the last hand has been lowered, until the last question has been answered, and smile as the last mind leaves the room to wonder about all the things they learned that day. So God made a teacher. They have to be committed to kids, to the success of each child in the hallways, the playgrounds, the buses, the classrooms, the gymnasiums, and the libraries. Never turning a blind eye to injustice, to prejudice. Always standing up for what is right, knowing that in their care lies the future of humanity. So God made a teacher. A person that will endure the persecution of the government, the ire of the public, and the occasional condemnation of misguided parents in the hopes that their room is the safest place on earth for children. A person that loves without condition, that gives without reward, that plans and builds and carries out the mandate of the day, ready to review, rework, and revamp the lesson for tomorrow. Someone tireless in the pursuit of excellence. So God made a teacher. Someone that spends their Saturdays shopping for dollar store pencils, papers, markers, and books when the budgets are spent. I need someone that can make 10 presentations on 10 different subjects and track hundreds of students across several disciplines, making sure that each I is dotted and each T is crossed. So God made a teacher. I need a person that cares more about children than they do about themselves. So God made a teacher. Someone that will get a letter or a call near the end of their career from a student they'd had so many years ago, telling them about how they changed, shaped, or opened their minds to limitless possibilities, and know that there is no greater calling than to be what God made them. God made a teacher.